Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Warped, the completely unnecessary Star Trek podcast, where we provide live audio commentaries to Star Trek episodes. My name is Matt.
Sean.
And I'm Jake, more or less on time.
Philippe.
Aaron.
And I'm Min Win, and also
May.
Hey, May's back.
Jay's back.
We've done like 110 of these, and you'd think we'd have the opening down at least, if nothing else.
We've been really good about it before, where we were just
stumble through that fucking thing week after week.
We're still in week 2 of quarantine war.
That's true. We are dealing with a new setup.
Oh, guess what, guys? Possums. I put out some scraps.
More possums. Don't leave us in suspense.
I had leftover scraps, and I was like, I wonder if possums like broccoli. Turns out they do not. They like chicken on it, though. They threw it all over the place. It was pretty fun.
They're like, fuck this noise.
It makes them super aggro.
They're like a toddler.
It's like when you go into the store during quarantine and you see the worst products that no one even wanted.
Yeah. I gotta feel like as a product manager, you see that like for a particular flavor of crackers that's not the only one not touched, and you're just like, yeah,
Never
we're going
again.
against the grain here.
Yeah, I think that's why my brother ended up with chicken and a biscuit.
Yeah, those crackers.
Remember those?
Yeah, I used to be addicted to those for a real short period when I was 8.
Well, why don't you get us started? Is it Sean or Matt today?
It's me.
Matt.
I was just I was thinking about how I was at the grocery store when I was at the grocery store last week. In the canned vegetable aisle, like all of the canned veggies were gone except like red kidney beans, and I was like, oh, that's I guess nobody likes the kidney beans. Those were the only vegetables that had not been taken away.
But good in an ensemble.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the Asian store, it was cheese ramen. How could that not sell, right?
Ooh,
Cheese
that
ramen?
sounds terrible.
Yeah, it sounds horrible. I didn't even come close to inspect the package. Like, maybe it's actually really good.
Yeah.
It must be cheese.
I don't know. I didn't read it.
Cheese.
I just saw
It's
cheese.
like ramen mac and cheese.
Oh, that sounds okay.
I don't like that.
But that's just you're saying it's.
See, the thing with mac and cheese is
Wait. Everybody stop. Are you saying it's soupy macaroni and cheese?
That sounds terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing that can make it worse is
That's
broccoli.
What you want from a mac and cheese is gooiness. You don't want like
Right,
Okay.
exactly.
Okay. Ben, you gotta get some and describe it in detail.
I'm sorry, man, but he's right. You are.
Oh,
Philippe is absolutely correct.
There's a whole team of cheese ramen manufacturers out there that are shedding a tear over this.
Yeah.
It's like we're just twisting the dagger right now.
Hey.
Cheese ramen
So that's
manufacturers
your
have
task.
no feelings.
That's
Jake.
your task
They
for
have no
next
feelings. Next time.
week.
They don't
cheese
set
ramen.
And
tears.
get yourself some cheese ramen
Okay.
and report back on what it's like.
I want a
In fact,
detailed report.
Cook it and then eat it on mic so that
Yeah.
you can give us a live reaction.
Yeah, I want. Yeah, I don't want.
Good.
Yeah, I want to see the live reaction to this.
Yeah, I could do that. I'm dreading it. I mean,
That just something to look forward to for next time.
I mean, that's the kind of radio that people want. Whatever. I mean, they want somebody to get tortured. and-
suffering.
dairy.
Yeah.
Hey, there are whole podcasts out there that are about people eating things and then describing what they taste like.
Yeah. And we need to capture that market because
Yeah,
that's
we need to
really
get in
the,
on
the
that.
Venn
All right, if
diagram
I do
with our
that, if
market
I
is
do
like
that,
really-
every one of you
lot
guys
of
has to go to
overlap.
the supermarket, and whatever is refused, you have to get that product and use it on an episode as well.
We could turn it into a recurring regular
Yeah,
segment.
I like the segment.
What-
It's called
what-
"We Brave the Coronavirus." To
No, I thought we would call it "Make Men Eat It,"
Yeah.
and it would just be men eating things. And
Play the
and-
jingle. Play the jingle, Jake.
What's in Min's mouth hole?
I will.
Yeah.
I will when he eats.
What's in men's mouth hole?
Put
Yeah.
Put it in
Yeah.
men's mouth
Put
hole.
it in mouth.
Meat Min's mouth hole. That's what I want to call it.
There we go.
Yeah.
This is the longest warped
Meat
introduction
Min's
we've ever done.
mouthful.
That's not true. We've done longer than this.
Have we? Okay.
Yeah, we back in the old days, we used to do 20, 30 minutes before we
I
started.
started yelling, punch the triangle.
Yeah.
We are watching
until Aaron would start falling asleep, so we'd have to like get the show on the road. Here she's already like in bed, so
Yeah, but I drank a Coke.
Yeah, 2 strikes.
Is make Min's mouth hole it? Is that a thing, or do we like the other one better?
both of them are great. Let's chew on it.
Alternate.
Yeah.
Send it out to the
Come up with a
Twitter.
jingle before next week, Jake, and then whatever he comes up with will be the answer.
It'll be to the Jetsons. Meet Min's mouth hole.
Okay, that wins. You just
That
Can I tell people what we're doing here? We are watching,
Please.
supposedly, we're watching season 1, episode 7 of Star Trek The Next Generation. It is called Justice, aka the sexy one, aka the one where Wesley steps on a flower. This is a pretty famously bad episode of Star Trek The
Yes.
Next
I like
Generation.
this one in the
Other than all the sexy clothing, it's pretty
It's
bad.
pretty
But it
campy.
is-
it's
you
super
know,
campy. I like
does have the
this
fun,
one when I first
sexy-
watched it.
We'll talk. We can talk about it when we start.
We
but
got
this episode had a much more serious tone in the original draft, and then they decided to lighten it up and make it about Wesley, which sort of throws the whole thing out of whack. But anyway, Sean, how much time is on the clock?
we got 45 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock, and I'm punching the triangle in 3, 2, 1, punch.
Off we go.
There
So
we
the
go.
original pitch for
41,
this episode
255.
was- the original pitch for this was going to be about a crewman who accidentally killed somebody down on the planet. So a much more serious crime. And when they decided to make Wesley be the sort of instigator of the problem, they didn't want to have Wesley kill somebody. So they changed it into this ridiculous, tripping over the flowers thing that ends up happening.
In some ways, this feels way more Star Trek, and that sounds like way more of a better show the other way. So I like this way because it's like more Star Trek-y to have like this country, this like planet have absurd laws.
Yeah. He's wearing his brown sweater this week. Last week he was
Oh.
wearing his orange sweater.
I like the other one. It had more waves.
It was
Boy, Riker comes in with a smile on his face because he was just down on the sex planet.
Yeah.
Is it true?
Yeah.
Yeah. Riker's telling Picard.
Yes.
Riker's telling Picard, you are not going to believe what's going on down on that planet.
Yeah. It's nothing but hotties.
But
Nothing but
Data and Yar also
Hotties
seem.
that like to bone, too.
Yeah, it's a
not
classic-
just
all they
they're
do.
hot.
It's a classic Star Trek pleasure planet. They're just super horny all the time. Picard's now hearing this from everybody, and he's like, okay, everybody needs to keep their dicks in their pants, please, while we're down on this planet.
Tasha
So
Yar.
they do
especially.
decide that this could be a good place. They're going to go check out to see if it might be a good place for shore leave.
Yeah, exactly.
the-
It is a
It's a
great
classic
place
pleasure
for
planet.
shore leave.
fun.
Tasha needs to get down there.
She's about to rip somebody's in half with her teeth.
Yeah.
Tasha had sex with Data not that long ago, so
Oh, that's my question.
Yeah,
Is
but she's
Data?
not used to having sex with only one person, so
Oh God, damn it, Sully! You take that back, sir.
Yeah.
Horrible. God damn it! I've got to stand up.
We're going to have that same game with Philippe now.
yeah, I know.
What inappropriate thing will Philippe say next?
I was just thinking about that just made me think of having a game where we do it for all of us, and mine would just be variations of oh boy, oh no.
I know. You'd have the Scott
Oh, no.
Bakula.
Let's talk about
Quantum
something
Leap,
else.
Sort of.
And on that note, We're watching season 1, episode 7, Justice. Original air date, according to IMDb, November 7th, 1987. On an alien
November
planet,
9th,
young Wesley.
actually, but go ahead. November 9th.
Yes.
On an alien planet, young Wesley Crusher commits a transgression, small by our standards, but mandatorily punishable by death in theirs. Aaron, what do you think the IMDb rating of this episode is?
Well, I thought it was gonna be high before when you guys were talking, and then you're saying it's notoriously bad.
I think it's better.
Maybe
now.
maybe notoriously
Talked to it
silly.
days ago.
I don't. I did. Somebody I know did.
Oh, his friend from Canada jerked off to it 5 days ago. So, I'll say a 6.4.
Because
Anybody
it's
else?
bad in the way that Matt says, I'm thinking people are more towards, so they actually like really love it.
Philippe.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go
Don't know.
7.8.
Anybody else?
6.6.
6.6. That's me
Oh,
too.
wow.
69.
No, it's not.
And I don't mean 6.9.
I mean,
Matt.
6.0.
7.9.
6.0.
Oh, wow.
Everybody was high.
We all overbid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate this one.
Better than the last one. Whoa, it should not be higher than the last.
There you go. Look at that.
Mm.
beef. Look at there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
So
wow.
this was
Jesus.
So this was
I like
filmed
this. This is like summer.
out in the
Summer camp.
Does anyone
Summer.
watch
All right,
Summer
let's-
Camp for our recommendation?
Hot, wet American.
It's basically this.
Oh, Jesus. Why are they
Yeah.
all white?
That's
the-
just the
It's
way
a
Diversity.
utopian planet.
that guy still had some belly hair. It was good. I just like, didn't go all. I liked it.
Like a
Yeah.
smooth man.
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
And
it
they've
is
gotten
a little-
very. Yeah. This is
So
the way they greet.
Yeah,
this
she's
was
like,
filmed.
Look at Troy. Troy's
Yeah.
like, that bitch. Get
She
away
was
from
like,
my
she was into it for a second.
Yeah, well now he's gonna be like, "Hey, baby, how you doing?"
Slowly,
Yeah.
Yeah.
slowly.
Do it, girl. Do it. Yeah. Be
Yeah.
into it, girl.
No.
I know.
She finds that creepy. That's
How come
get
I've
off.
had that exact same reaction, man?
From which side?
Oh,
He's like,
she's into it. Tasha likes it.
Oh.
Tasha.
yeah.
How many friends do you have? It
So-
needs to be 6.
Stop.
Do you? It is weird to see a person, a guy with like belly hair. I suppose. Yeah.
I see it every day when I look in the mirror. Man.
When you put on your Justice Planet uniform every day and just like go around the house, working from home is so great.
Are you part of Captain Planet?
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh.
I'm belly hair. That's what my. That's what my.
All on
My-
the
I hope he's got a
secret
lot of
code.
room in that sweater for his boner.
Fire, wind, belly hair.
Yeah. Oh, so gentle.
Well, we'll find some young ones for you, she says.
Really?
Mortally Born. That sounds like a made up name.
Yeah.
Somebody pulled their name off the screenplay again.
Did Whirly Thorne
So-
really write this?
All of this stuff was filmed at the Tillman Water Reclamation Plant, just next to the Van Nuys Airport.
Oh, yeah.
It looks awesome. They really.
Apparently, there were constant planes flying over, so a lot of the dialogue is ADR.
Mm.
Yeah. ASMR. Is that the way you love on your planet?
This is
Oh,
one of those
my
episodes
question-
where they write Wesley more like a 12-year-old than like
Yeah.
a 15-year-old because
right.
he's very like not in like he's not like a typical horny teenager because when he meets his own age group in a few minutes, they're very like it's very not sexual at all the way
No.
you would be if you were a 15-year-old.
They're
Yeah,
just
it's all like
let's
super
play
fun
together.
time.
Mhm.
Super fun time.
Right. It's like let's throw a ball back and forth
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
10-year-old.
Aaron,
Yeah.
is this guy's outfit sexy to you? Does it turn you on?
Is Chris
What about you, Matt? The guy. Is
I don't like those. I don't like those. What's
they look
happening with those
weird.
shorts?
It's like butterfly.
Yeah.
I like everything.
Where's
that's
the
going
support?
on.
There's no support. Yeah, why aren't they like bouncing more?
Why aren't they like doing? Why are they doing a 5K? Like, what's happening right now?
That's
Why are
they all.
running?
That's where everybody runs on the planet. They just said that. That's how they get places. They run.
We're distracted.
I
There's
should
so
start
much to
doing-
take in. What?
Yeah,
here comes
that's
the
why
end.
they're.
Hmm.
Oh, these are the.
Now, those are supposed to be Wesley's age,
And
but
Yeah.
those people look
Yes.
like they're in their 20s.
Yeah.
Will Wheaton's 15, and he's like, he does not look like he belongs with those people at all.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, the crossbow tar.
oh,
Yeah.
Wow.
This is where CrossFit was invented, guys. That's what it comes from, the names of their outfits.
does it fit though? It does. Oh no.
Yeah.
They're like, this is going to be a great planet to have vacations on. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just so
we should
uncomfortable.
definitely turn this into Starbase.
God.
Oh my gosh,
Look
those
at that
shorts are so
stallion.
short. Look at that booty.
That guy has a
Man,
lot
you
of
can see
meat.
some stuff going on. Or that guy is like.
Doesn't have much going on
He's
down
like,
there.
he had
Right.
camel
The
toe.
actor, he's not the
They
model
gave the
like
guys
rest of
camel
them.
toe.
Yeah.
Is that even a thing?
Yeah, those
They
are
had
really
They
unflattering
had to
shorts.
tape. They had to
And-
tape stuff up, man.
Wow.
That was amazing. I
Oh.
want to see Data in that garb right
no,
now.
I do not. I do not.
Stop.
No.
Stop it. Live life. Live life.
This
Get,
is
get an android in that CrossFit uniform.
This is where me and Philippe would
Your
part
friends from
ways.
Canada, would they have already been jerking off by now?
Oh yeah, it's over.
There you go.
done.
Yeah, it's
Canadian friend.
it's-
is
now
into
they're
some
like
weird shit.
rewinding the SLP VHS back to that scene.
Yeah. Wondered when she was doing the rub down. That was effective for
good.
your friend from Canada.
It was good enough. Good enough.
I mean, other than Philippe and his friend, do any of you guys find that Pleasure Planet pleasurable? I felt more uncomfortable with everything down there.
It wasn't me. It was my friend, and it was a long time ago. So
And he was in Canada.
yeah, so
Different up there.
different.
Kind of.
They're not. They're just like they see that sunny weather, and they're already like,
Yeah.
yeah. They looking at that loose fitting that clothing.
Yeah, of course. We have sunny weather here in California all
Who
the
the
time.
fuck is that?
I take pleasure in it, but not in the way they intended. I know.
What the hell is that?
Intended.
Matt is playing something.
Oh, you touch my tra-la-la. My ding-ding-dong.
You guys remember that song?
Vaguely, it's like a bad house.
Tasty dick.
That button was called "Suck My Tasty Dick."
Oh, I don't know that song.
You find the most interesting soundboards, man.
Yeah.
I'm just scrolling through the list.
I mean,
Punching
he's a
the ones that
collector
seem
of the
funny
most
to me.
interesting soundboards.
Yes.
hmm I have a question. Data, is he purely heterosexual or is he bisexual, pansexual? Do they get into that?
What do they
They-
call
I'm-
undiscerning?
Yeah.
A what?
He's-
What do they call what?
They only ever show him with women, I think.
Oh, undiscerning, pansexual, I think.
He's just he's ready to provide service as needed.
As
Yeah.
needed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Down for whatever.
He's down to
Bound upon far.
far. Yeah.
Panfar.
Pansexual far. Yeah, the pan is for everything.
Yeah. Matt's making this a Russian disco party.
I didn't know this was going to go on as long as it went on.
This is-
he
this is
didn't
a
know,
ra-
but neither does he care.
What is going on? I don't remember this subplot in it.
David Bowie's going to appear.
Yeah,
any
there's an
moment.
energized cloud as well.
Ball. That's a ball. That's a ball.
That's the Good Witch of the North, right? Or-
Yeah. Oh. There's
the purpose. What is going on?
Is this the entity that runs the planet? There's always
Yes.
like an entity.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's
basically.
vaguely like remember that episode, The Apple, with the red people that followed the god, and it was
Sure.
the big lizard head You'll recall,
Yeah.
Aaron.
definitely.
Mm-hmm.
There was also an animated series episode like this,
Oh, no.
the BAM one,
We'll have to
Or-
go back and watch.
where they
No.
were like they were lizard people, and they had
Philippe,
like
cut your back, Aaron.
Yeah, right.
And then the dog ate one of them. I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah,
I remember.
that was a
But you did-
6.3.
Yeah. This is not as good as that, apparently.
I know, I'm confused.
This is like really mining this scene.
Hmm.
This is the deck crew acts with a tennis ball held
Yeah.
off camera.
Yeah.
I don't even think they got it. I don't even think they got a tennis
Yeah, there was
ball.
no tennis ball. It's just a point in space.
I like how dumbfounded Data looks.
The sunshine, like in Twilight.
Yeah.
Oh, I hadn't thought about that. He does have a Twilight pale look. Uh-oh.
Data's eyes are off the mark.
Yeah, Data's eye line is not where it's supposed to be.
Yeah. I'm just gonna assume that he has like wide vision eyes.
Banana clip.
Yeah. Yeah.
Matt is still mining the soundboard. Oh,
Super friends.
Uh-oh. Boop.
Friends. Trent.
I don't like the way that guy like glommed onto Data like that. That wasn't cool.
And we're running, and we're running.
Yeah, and
Back to
we're
the fun part.
I mean, this gives me a lot of pleasure, but not in the way they intended.
I bet you can't do this. I bet you can't do this. I don't
don't
think
lick the
certain
mic.
skirts can do that.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
impressed that the clothes are even staying on their body.
Uh-oh.
Is that a stunt
Don't hit any
Yes.
cartwheeler? They had a stunt cartwheeler from Wesley.
There is no way that was Willie.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, you know.
She's attractive.
Yeah.
In a very 80s, that other planet kind of girl.
She could have played
Yeah.
Buffy.
See, he thinks she wants to have sex, and he's like, nah. And she's like, oh, no, actually, I just want to throw a ball. Will you teach me how to throw a ball? And he's like, okay.
He's like, yay!
No, he's happy.
Yeah,
Because he
he's
wasn't
happy.
ready to, he wasn't ready to do anything with the girl. He just wants to play ball with her.
Hmm.
Yeah.
He's like, it's Plutonic. Oh, good. Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
I'm
Oh,
safe.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
They're really going at it.
Meanwhile, Riker could not be happier.
Yeah,
Riker's like, I just had
like,
sex with 3 women.
Yeah.
This place is awesome.
Riker's favorite planet he's ever been to.
Yeah. He's like, this was a.
Everyone's the same kind of tan.
Yeah. Everybody's the same.
Everyone's Barbie colored.
Yeah.
Why is he
I
still
like the
clothed,
look on
though?
Riker's face.
Well, he's a slut. We've established.
Is he just
I
window
like-
shopping right now?
I think he's already
I think he just
doing
finished.
think-
returns in
And
exchange.
then now he's picking his next. He's thinking about the next half hour of the day.
Gotcha.
No, he's not window shopping. He already bought
Gotcha.
the store.
Yeah.
He's-
Yeah, exactly.
He's trying to
He's
work through his
he's
refractory
invested.
period. Mm-hmm.
It's refreshed.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I like even that old guy is ripped back there.
That's true.
Dude.
Like 80.
I just think that there should be there should be a little variety.
Yeah.
Yeah, these people are a little homogenous for a true paradise planet.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, they only have each other to have sex with, so it's a little homogenized. But Philippe, when you're browsing through your porn, do you click on the grandpa sex or do you avoid that?
I'm like
Who had
Data.
that?
Get on my
Who had
God
that?
damn it.
Like, I'm
Nobody
like
had
Data.
that
I'm
because we
not
can't
discerning.
predict this shit.
You can't predict it.
Nice question. That's a whole subset.
It's a subset. It's got a category listing.
Old versus young.
Oh God. Okay. Close that box.
That was
I
a
know.
fucking Pandora's box, man.
I
You
know.
can't just
I
close
did.
that once you've opened it.
We can run. Even if it can't be closed, we can move away.
Somebody
Yeah.
else's problem now.
So this is where she finds out, oh, there's very few laws, but
Oh.
there's these
But
beings called mediators.
No matter what the law is, if you transgress it, you're killed.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like
Basically,
chewing
it's very-
gum in some Asian countries.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
If your junk
Um,
falls out, is that considered a crime?
No, not on this
No.
planet.
Not on
That's
this
that's
planet.
a greeting, is what
Yeah.
What
that
about
is.
side butt?
Side butt is definitely not a crime.
Jeez.
They'd all be dead.
But if you don't finish your drink, murder.
Yeah. Faux pas are
Yeah.
definitely intestines.
Law is
Yeah,
the law.
exactly.
I
So
think the reason
problem
they
with
all
this-
look the same is because it's a classic Star Trek thing where every planet is just one thing.
Yeah.
You know, like there's never,
It's like Star Wars.
there's never like, it's exactly
Hoth
like
is just
Star
ice
Wars. Every
planet.
planet has one ecosystem.
Yeah, it's
and
one culture.
kind and
One spray tan.
Yeah,
They all eat-
yeah.
they all go to the same spray
Capitan.
tan place.
Capitan is all over here.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I always like about planets that get distilled down to like, I'm like, what would Earth be? Some garbage planet with everything? Some
I would
mishmash?
hope it would be like California or Switzerland.
Yeah, it's like if it's like you have to die for stepping on a flower, maybe don't play in the goddamn garden. That's all I'm saying. Like, can we like, hey, you're basically by the edge of a
Man, look at this place.
Yes.
Where was this place you said? I want to
So,
go
well,
visit.
this
This
where
is the
they're filming is
Huntington
actually the Huntington Library. Exactly.
Huntington Library?
Yep.
Wow.
Pasadena.
Oh.
It looks like they're
Those
next
are
to
really
a golf
far.
course.
Oh no!
Oh,
Wes,
no,
don't do
no,
it.
Wes.
It's forbidden. They don't disturb the new
Oh,
So,
Oh,
You
Wes.
really undersold his crime because it was like
You're like,
It wasn't just stepping on a flower.
He body slammed the
destroyed
flower.
the bed.
Oh my God.
Wes, you are
I
such a
should know not to
Hey,
do
oh,
that.
sucker.
Having seen that now, Min, you're okay with them murdering
Yeah,
him. You're like,
Jesus. What sort of
that-
idiot?
that
was
definitely-
that?
Oh, look at those are the serious CrossFitters.
Yeah.
Here come the cops.
These guys. It would definitely equalize things a lot more if everyone had to wear an outfit like that. You know, like no one would feel self-important. Very few people.
oh, how did they know already? Damn.
Oh my gosh.
Wes, I
Expedience.
heard you completely fucked up this diplomatic mission. Is that true?
Yeah. I hear you didn't have sex with one of the girls and you stepped on a flower. So, Riker, you're I'm unadopting you.
I can't deal with this. I'm calling the captain.
Yeah.
Just my disappointment.
So Harry Nipples and Dick Nipples are both pissed.
Only the guys get to have their nipples out. That is sexist.
Yeah, they didn't rise above that on this planet.
But they have risen above hairy or not hairy, smooth. They are equal opportunity, hair or smooth.
I think they would actually form different factions and they would go to war pretty quickly. Time to murder. I got the murder solution right here.
Yeah.
So this episode essentially turns into a Prime Directive episode, and
Yep.
in the end, they just decide to not listen to the Prime Directive. Is how they solve the problem. They're just like, "Fuck you, we're leaving. We're taking Wesley with us. You're not going to let you kill him."
Oh damn!
Oh, what is the price for fighting a mediator? Death. It's like everything.
Worf's like, drop the thing or I open the garage door.
Yeah.
Yeah. Put it down or I'm going to shave you. So help me.
It's completely painless though. You would have felt nothing
Yeah.
but the sweet embrace of death.
Wesley,
Oh.
super kid genius. Still barely figuring out what's going on.
Yeah, he's pretty slow on the uptake for a guy who's supposed to be the smartest kid in the galaxy. He's
Yeah.
like, wait, what's happening right now?
I really like that he was really into playing like ball when he's like,
were- All really into it. They were having a wonderful time.
yeah, they were. They were just like skipping and jumping, and he's like, "Oh, didn't you see the fence? Like you, motherfucker, you threw that ball over at that fence."
I would
Yeah.
go so
Jesus,
far.
he
I would go so
basically
far
set
as to
him up.
call that. I would call that frolicking. What they
Yeah.
were doing.
They were frolicking until the setup, until the whole basically, murder for
They're like,
hire
I'm gonna
thing.
throw that ball right where he's not supposed to go.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I'm not going to give him any warnings about the situation, and I'm going to throw the ball at the area where, having played ball all day long for the last 23 years of his life, he should fucking know how far that ball's going to go.
Yeah. Well, he'd never had an
But
opportunity.
they had never played ball before. That's what she
They had
tells
never
him.
played
She's like,
ball
we need
before?
you to we need you to teach us how to play this game called catch. And
Oh,
Leslie's like, okay,
Oh my
because
god!
they've never figured it out before.
Jesus
They're too
Christ, they had nothing.
Too busy having sex.
Yeah, they're like, oh, ball is really good. Not as good as sex, but it's pretty good.
I mean, it's okay.
I mean,
Don't
my
you
favorite things are sex and then ball. What do you guys think? I like ball more than sex. What? They're both so good.
Don't you think there's a point at which you get tired of having sex if you have too much sex?
Yeah, whereas ball.
Yeah, that's why you mix it up with some ball.
That's when you play ball.
Duh.
Duh. Yeah. All right. That's why I've been failing on
Then
this planet.
after a few hours of ball, you want to have sex again. No. They also drink.
I feel like I should just be writing down all of the things that Nick's saying in this whole episode. It's just one killer after
I
another.
like this serious guy with his goddamn camel toe.
Oh my god. Butterfly camel toe.
My God, his penis is so like
Oh damn, look at that dude.
right now, just the way Min wanted it.
Yeah.
Do you suppose in the casting notices they had to be like, we don't want anybody who has like too big of a penis?
Yeah.
They're going to be wearing really tight shorts.
What does it mean here where it says growers, not showers?
The casting director's just like, look, we just so you
It's a
know,
thing.
you're going to be wearing some very tight shorts.
And there was the porn star who went in super like confident. Oh yeah, they're gonna like this. He was
They're
devastated.
like,
This is the
no.
job for me.
Yeah. You're gonna have to like tape up. You're gonna have to tape it
Yeah.
underneath.
Pin it.
And they really did a lot of work with $18 worth of restaurant linens.
Yeah.
That guy.
This is one of those episodes that would have been like, man, they are saving money for the finale. It's going to be big because look at what they did. Nothing. Some wigs.
Are those wigs? Then they might be. Yeah.
There's got to be some wigs going on.
You know, I'm never very good about like seeing fake wigs, fake boobs, fake, I don't know, fake whatever.
Yeah. You just naturally default to believing, huh?
Yeah, it's real. I
What's
want to
Betty
be
White
naive.
doing in the background?
I like to
there?
live in your world then.
I thought that was Cloris Leachman.
Yeah. She's way too old to be Cloris Leachman. Jesus.
She's all over this show.
Well, we saw the grandfather earlier who was just fucking tanked out. So they're not ageist either.
Your
I mean,
question
as
is,
long
what
as
is
you look like a god, you're fine.
Yeah.
Except for the one they're kind of hiding back there behind the hot chick. Yeah.
Of course, Leachman.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. And your original question is, what is she doing? She's fucking. She's
Smashing. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. She's doing
So
all
now
right.
is this like the tribunal? Is this a trial?
No, they're kind of explaining like they don't really think about stuff because the mediators do it all, right? And then they like
They're basically saying, we don't have any crime because if you commit any crime, you get killed. No one wants to die, so they don't commit any crimes.
That guy has some weird hairs coming out of his nipples. I think I have something like that too. Do you guys pluck those or do you guys leave those?
Both.
What? How can you do both?
Sometimes you pluck, and then sometimes you let them go.
Mine come off naturally through friction.
No, he only plucks half of them. He leaves the other half.
Artfully
One side.
plucked.
And you'll know how I feel by which one I offer you. I'll leave you to guess which is the good side of it. And ceremony is called the privilege of hair, so that's just your hint.
Sometimes, Philippe, your jokes have a way of silencing the room.
Yep.
That's the sound of a good
Not
side of a good
because they're
show.
not because they're bad, but just because they really make you think. They conjure a mental
Yeah.
image.
Yeah.
You really created a world.
Yeah, you have to stop and contemplate it for a second.
That's because that's where my mind always goes. Like I already imagine how the whole world is tipped in a different direction.
Oh, they're bringing her up.
They're gonna do.
Oh, wow.
Picard's like, I want to do some boning, but I want to do it in my room with my fish.
Yeah.
The party is moving back to this place.
Yeah. Why
My
does
fish
everybody have
like
so
to
much
watch.
clothes on?
That is wow, what an outfit. That crazy.
It's just like I like how serious everybody has to treat these things. Like you have to, be in the scene and just be like,
Yeah, don't mind this
yeah,
tablecloth napkin thing.
yeah. I like it. You got all these people together. We're no longer in Huntington Beach.
Philippe, are you masturbating right now?
I mean,
We said
Aaron,
that was
stop him. Aaron, wake up and stop your man. All right, this is uncalled for.
Not doing
I
it.
usually just sleep through.
yeah.
Oh, they have one of those cool spray paint universe paintings.
Yeah, from 3rd Street.
Right, this can.
The promenade.
Like that felt like you lost gas on that joke like halfway through. Like you started the joke, but then you weren't quite sure how to finish it, so you just stopped.
It's not a bad way to go.
I respect that. No, I respect that choice. It's like sometimes you just gotta bail out when
Yeah.
if the bit is working, you just gotta drop out.
sometimes you start a creative project and
Yeah.
it doesn't go. You take what you've learned and you take it to the next thing.
Like the kids did a mosaic with beans and they didn't finish it, but I'm keeping them in case we need to eat those beans.
Yeah.
Yeah. Boom.
And all,
They're in the podcast.
That's an
garage.
apocalypse
There are
mosaic.
emergency beans.
yeah, we have all the beans that we got to do that project that we didn't use are like we've eaten those beans.
Yeah.
Were they red
the ones
kidney beans?
glued on are our last resort.
Yeah, the ones that are glued on are secret beans.
On November 9th, 1987, your television choices were Alf, the Hogan Family, and the Billionaire Boys Club, a TV movie.
Mhm.
On CBS, you could have watched Kate and Allie, Frank's Place, Newhart, Designing Women, and Cagney and Lacey, which is a solid line.
That's a
Yeah.
good evening of television.
ABC had MacGyver and the Monday Night Football game. So, okay, Sean, it was 1987.
Flashback.
Yep.
Flashback.
So
All
think
right.
back.
November of 1987. All right.
You're a
It was
child
the
again.
New York Jets versus the Seattle Seahawks.
Ooh,
What do you think the final score of that game in November
First
of
off,
1987?
who won? Just say who won, Sean.
I'm gonna go Seahawks.
It was the Jets.
Ooh,
Oh.
already stumped.
17-14.
Seahawks to like 10 years
Uh,
ago.
it was 30-14. Jets 30, Seahawks 14.
You
It was
had
a
the
blowout.
14.
Sean is just pretending he didn't know that, so we start betting, and then he's gonna have some random guy come in and make a bet, and it's
He's
just
a
gonna
shark.
all be
I'm
Sean.
up and up. I'm up in the odds in my favor.
Yeah.
You know.
Mm.
Yeah,
See, I didn't even notice that. That's why it would be such a mark.
yeah. No,
Playing that long game.
Mm.
he plays that long game.
How long?
Like my
Nice.
Uh,
Wait, did that guy just put on a suit? Oh no, it's a different guy. I like it when everybody like they come into the room and everybody else like gets the fuck
Leaves.
out.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's-
They couldn't afford
I
keeping
like
them
they
on
don't even have
screen.
to say it.
Mhm.
No, they're all afraid of Picard. So as soon as
Yeah.
they see him coming, they're all just like, "I'll be in the other room doing something else."
yep. Gotta
Yeah.
go.
Bye.
You guys got
I'll be
this.
pushing that one button that does everything
Yeah.
for me.
I do really like the wordless exchange of spots on like the helm and the con when the officers show back up on the bridge. And it's just like, oh, Jordy, it's the visor guy. Time to go.
Mm.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
get up and
When
leave.
like somebody's been filling in, like they don't even like acknowledge that person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Picardi couldn't even do like undercover boss because he's just so recognizable. You know, he couldn't like slip into some worker role to see how people really feel about him and the ship.
But he could probably spy on everybody from with like
Oh, the
cameras
computer?
and shit.
Mm.
Yeah, computer. Did you call him Bacardi? I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, Picardi.
I know. We
Let's
should make a
have some
drink called the
Picardi.
Bacardi.
Picardi.
Picardi 1-5.
Picard. Jean-Luc has fucking had it with Data in this episode. He's so
Yeah.
annoyed by Data right now. Because he's like, just answer my questions. And Data's like rambling on. Jean-Luc's still in his hard ass mode
Mm.
in this episode.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the data isn't giving very much useful information.
Yeah, it's like he's gone all Betazoid. They think they're just like kind of feeling a sound. They feel like they're like curious and
Uh,
I feel
like-
nothing at all from them. It's like they're not even there. Well, great.
great.
That's great.
They're bi-curious.
like Data himself.
Yep.
No, Data's pretty straight. They only ever
Really?
have Data. Yeah, they only ever
Even in the
have
books?
Data.
I think they kind of explain it that he's kind of made in the image of his creator in a way that's very like the
Yeah.
creator kind of raised him as like a son.
Mm. Mm.
Because as everybody
A
might
straight
not know,
son.
there's a
But
brother.
hold on. Hold
He has a
on.
brother, an evil brother, and it's awesome.
Well,
Sorry.
we're gonna meet him soon. He comes up in a couple of episodes.
What's his name? Beta?
Same guy.
Lore.
Yeah.
Lore.
His name is Lore.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, wait.
Yeah, Brent Spiner plays the brother, the other brother, the father, the
The
grandfather, and the son.
Yeah.
Yes.
But just because you have a son and you want them to be heterosexual doesn't mean that they will be. I mean,
No, but I
like,
think it's more than
Who do
it's
you
more
think
than a
you're
son.
talking to? You should talk to my father.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's more than he's
Confirm
being
that.
a son. He
Confirm
also
that
created
theory.
him. He also programmed him, so it's more than that. Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus.
sure,
Like
but
Vicky from Small Wonder.
Yeah.
but does Data?
Yeah.
Is there ever any talk about Data having sort of like a free will? I mean, you just talked about programming. Does Data only go off of programming? I mean, he's trying to find emotions, right? So with
I mean,
emotions,
he's programmed. He's programmed to try to, he's programmed to have free will, whatever that means. That's like, it's one of the central turning points of many episodes is like, does Data have free
What a
will?
weird
You're
thought that you
saying
can.
this. You're saying this like you don't like. We didn't just spend 10 weeks watching Star Trek
In
Picard
Picard,
and having
yeah.
detailed conversations about androids and Data in particular, and
I
all
like
of
it.
these
He,
things.
he feigned his ignorance like a great interviewer. Like he didn't know
I'm
the.
playing the long game.
I know. I love it.
no, I think he just forgot that we did.
That's why
Yeah.
I'm telling you guys.
That's
You
more
can just
likely.
say things, and I will forget. Mm.
Yeah. It's all new conversations, Dan.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm just listening to all the things you're saying now. I'm gonna write them down because I assume a few weeks down the road, you're going to say them again, having
Yeah,
forgot that you said
he will say them. Yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah, play the game.
Yeah.
I've already got
So-
fill my mouth full.
Yeah.
Mhm. You guys
So I don't know if you guys are into it, but would you be interested in some corrections corner?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
Of
Play that
course. What I
fucking
spelled.
jingle,
Hey.
white boy.
Play the jingle, Jake.
Correction corner.
These are corrections for episode 87, Beyond the Farthest Star and Yesteryear. This was the first episode of Warped where we started watching the animated series.
Yeah. Oof.
So Jake actually wasn't here for this episode. Min was filling in as producer. Do you remember that, Min?
Very much so.
I'm not convinced.
You're lucky we let you back
That
in,
was-
Jake. That's all I'm saying.
You know, that lacked believability, if I'm being honest.
Let me hit the weed some more.
If I'm going to give you like an acting critique,
Yeah.
I'm going to say that you lack believability in that moment.
Oh,
You
it
wanna
was where
take
I
that from the
complimented
top
Sean on
again,
how
or
he
keep rolling?
smelled. You smell so good, Sean. You smell so
Thank
good
you.
right now, Sean.
You know I
Anyway.
do.
One of the first things that everybody, not me or Sean, but everybody else kind of agreed on, Aaron, Philippe, and Min all were very excited to be watching the animated series because it was all, you guys were all like, oh, it looks cool. It looks
Mhm.
different. I'm there. This is going to be a lot of fun. So I just bring that up because the correction is that as you knew, it became torturous long before the end. So
Yeah,
your
yeah.
your early episode enthusiasm was really off the
Unfounded.
mark.
Mhm.
Wow.
Can we
so
do
you
a?
corrected their emotions pretty much? No.
I corrected their
how they felt
claim.
about their
Yeah.
emotions.
I corrected their claim that it was going to be a
Yeah.
lot of fun to watch Star Trek the animated.
Turns out we spoke our truth and it was a lie.
Yeah. Oh, they killed me. They used their lady parts, and it wasn't so bad.
Can we do a fuck, marry, kill on this whole planet?
Yeah.
Nah, not worth it.
You can do it on that lineup over there.
Is they're really indistinguishable. You know, they're all kind of
Yeah.
the same.
You
They
can
don't
do
even
an
really
FMK on,
Personality.
do an FMK
They don't even
on the
really
lineup.
have personalities except the one girl who Picard took up to the ship. The
Well,
rest
the
of them are sort of
guy-
exactly the same.
Hairless and Harry over
It's
here.
like they either fuck or kill on this planet. There's no marrying.
There's
Yeah.
no marrying.
Yeah, that's an outdated concept. You guys
You
are
fuck
really
everyone,
backwards people.
And you kill Wesley. That's the whole point
Kill
of this
Wesley.
episode.
Yeah.
True, Aaron. You are a quite
This
an
one has an
anthropologist.
answer.
Mhm.
Mhm.
We talked about Botox. Nathan was with us in this
Oh.
for this episode of Warped, and we were talking about Botox. I don't remember why, but Aaron had said that it was used as a migraine medicine before it was
Mhm.
used for plastic surgery or whatever you want to call it. And that's true, but before that, it was used for eye muscle. It's a muscle relaxant, right? So it was used for eye muscle disorders in the 70s.
Where
and
people are blinking too
early-
much, or
No, I think people who have like
You know how in the
People
70s
like-
people were blinking too much?
how about the blinking
Because
we
the
were doing?
TVs were bad.
No, I think it was more like twitch, like probably like involuntary muscle spasms
yeah.
and things like that.
blink.
So that's what Botox was originally used for medically. And then in the late 80s, 89, it became used for cosmetics. And then it wasn't until 2000 that it became, that people began to realize that it was useful for chronic headaches. So that's the history of Botox.
Wow.
Hmm.
Nathan claimed that there was an article about reversing aging. He claimed that he had read
Yes.
something online
Yeah,
about
bullshit.
a pill that reversed aging.
Yeah.
Well, has anyone seen Nathan lately?
Yeah, I mean, or have you guys
Does
seen
look
this
younger.
baby that has
12
like,
years old
aging
now.
limit?
And,
Have you met his younger brother, Nathan?
I said that's bullshit. You're
Hmm.
reading garbage on the internet again. He was kind of right. I found the article he was talking about. There are scientists working on sort of DNA therapies that prevent cells from dying, essentially, which prevents aging. So he was kind of right, but not really, because he was talking about things like bones becoming more dense and like hair growing back and teeth.
So you're reversing aging. Rather.
Yeah, that is not what they that is not what they are doing.
Mm.
They are working on ways to sort of prevent cells from deteriorating.
Pausing things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So not exactly right, but
I mean,
he
there's a
was-
lot of people that are working on anti-aging, but that is a huge multi.
Would you guys
you know,
take
that's
a
not going to
pill
happen
like
anytime-
that?
You actually, Sleep, you brought up blood transfusions. This idea that billionaires are paying a
Yeah.
lot of money to have the blood of young people replaced in their bodies.
Yep.
I bet you some
Um,
of these people in this cast were blood boys for billionaires. That's my guess.
in this very cast, in the warped cast.
Not in this very cast, but I'm talking about the cast of this Planet on Justice. Like they're
Oh.
like these like C grade Hollywood wannabes. Like I think they're getting side jobs, you know, and doing blood transfusions to like billionaires and
I
They're
thought you were
lucky.
talking about the podcast.
Apparently, it's not illegal, but it's
Oh.
the FDA has said that people should not be doing this because
It's
there's no.
It's like
There's no-
pedophilia on the holodeck. It's not cool at all. It's not illegal,
Yeah.
but it's totally not cool.
It's just not cool. There's no real law, but it's just not. It's really icky.
Yeah.
It's real gross.
Yeah, there can still be consequences, you guys.
Yeah.
There are companies that do this that you can pay to have it done.
Mhm.
There's a company called Ambrosia in a San Francisco-based startup, of course,
Mhm.
where you can pay $8,000 for a liter of blood from people
Wow.
ages 16 to 25.
Wow.
So it's $8,000 per like liter
Transfusion.
So
Where are they
Yeah.
milking that 16-year-old's blood? I mean,
I
like, is that
don't know the answer to that.
some premium 16-year-old blood? Like, like, and when you want to go younger, you're like, yeah, give me a 14-year-old. Yeah, come on, do it.
Yeah.
And then you're
You
like,
don't want the 14-year.
I want
They
ba-
get
I want baby
acne.
blood. It's gonna
No. Baby.
be- where do
blood.
you draw the line? Babies, fetus blood.
Anyway, not illegal, but apparently there's no evidence that it actually does.
Baby
Oh.
blood.
Baby blood? Is that where you draw the line? I'm just quoting the last line
What
of
if
Bad
it's-
Boys 7.
What if it's Nathan reverse aging to a baby and then we take his blood? Is
Yeah,
that ethical?
yeah, because he did it so much that he gets so young that we take his blood, and now his blood's young, and like, yeah, that's what you get, baby Nathan. You can't stop us. We're gonna adopt you for the blood.
This went somewhere I didn't predict.
Yeah.
But
Far out there.
Yeah. I hear one of the guys that runs Google is really into trying to stop the clock. He has another company that is.
Oh, really?
It's
One of the original founders, like the
Yeah.
Page or Brin?
Yeah, one of them. One of them has like they have dozens of companies, but I think one of them is like
They're
into
going to
the big-
become like the
Right.
Wutani, Wayland Yutani guy in Prometheus.
yeah, probably. If
Well, it's
that's-
like, one of them is that guy who is like Peter Thiel, right? The
Peter
guy
Thiel,
who invented PayPal or whatever.
Not
One of the
invented, probably
founders of PayPal.
Funded. Hmm.
maybe that's who I'm.
he's
Maybe that's who I'm
supposedly-
thinking. I don't know.
He's supposedly big into the whole like and reverse aging
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually maybe who I'm thinking of. You can correction corner me on the Larry Page or the other guy.
Would you guys do anti-aging if it was like a pill or a treatment? Would you be like, yeah, I want to be young again?
I think it would be nice to feel good into your older age, you know, so you don't
To
get
be
all
healthy. Yeah.
yeah, that part of it would be good, and keeping like, I don't think, I think a lifespan for a human, like, I think if we could get it to 150 healthy years would be probably pretty good,
That's a lot of years.
or even more. I mean, I think like I just wouldn't want us to go over like 200 or 300 years, because if we're gonna have babies at the rate we're having them, we'd have to
That's
get
a lot
into
of
some.
population.
As long as we're like, if we're trying to seed the stars, then we can start expanding our timelines.
Is that what your Canadian friend calls it when he jerks off to this episode?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what he calls it.
He calls it seeding the stars. Okay.
I thought he was calling it expanding the timeline.
Oh, sure, that's good too.
He calls it Wesley's crushing.
We talked about trees that smell like semen.
yeah.
Ginkgo. Yeah.
Jizz trees.
Not ginkgo. We had this conversation on the show, and I just wanted to like sort of reiterate that it's. Aaron said, "No, that's not. They're not ginkgo. They're called callery or calorie pears. CALLERYPEAR. Calorie pears. Those are the trees that smell like semen. Ginkgo apparently smells more like vomit.
That's
in tree form.
Cool.
Yeah.
Different.
Well, maybe that's the only time that men smell semen is after it's been vomited up.
That's normally how my semen smells. Like,
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
You might want to see a doctor for that.
Yeah.
I can't.
We wondered if
you live this long. Don't worry about it.
We wondered if those pears had fruit, if they grew fruit. They do, but the fruit is inedible, and it's very small, less than 1 centimeter in diameter, and very hard and woody. Apparently, birds eat them.
I was gonna say that's exactly like my penis.
I know.
Small, hard, and woody.
Inedible.
It has everything.
Getting it all right.
It's getting
Eaten by birds.
Yeah. I'm like, tick, tick.
Yeah.
Oh my God, tick, tick, tick. There you go.
Anyway, those are the trees that smell like semen. We talked about ginkgo biloba and whether it the health benefits of it. The conversation was about which part of the tree is the part that is supposedly good for you as a dietary supplement. It's the leaf. It's extracts of the ginkgo biloba leaf that is supposed to be good for your memory.
No wonder my memory sucks.
Although there is absolutely no evidence, scientific or medical evidence.
All the health section, nutrition section in every store, you can just throw that all in the fucking trash. That shit is like, there's no evidence for any of that crap for the most part. That's what I'm gonna say. That's my bold statement.
That was a hot take.
That's a hot take.
Coming in hot.
My hot take. That's like,
coming hot on a Saturday night.
Yeah. You can just throw all that stuff in there. Eat more selenium. Fine. Do it.
The other part of the ginkgo biloba that people eat is the nuts that come inside the seeds, which are traditionally used in Chinese food. Ginkgo nuts are, I'm just reading off of Wikipedia, ginkgo nuts are used in congee and in special occasions such as weddings and Chinese New Year. They're used for.
Good, or are they just supposed to be good for you?
No, they're good. They're decent.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I remember having them in like a soup type thing, not a congee. A congee is like a rice porridge thing. It's like gelatinous cum.
Yeah, it's gooey. Yeah, goopy.
Sounds
Conky
great.
is goopy.
You really sold it with your side of cheese
It's like
ramen.
it's
and
like
your...
porridge. It's like porridge, right, man?
Yeah.
It's like
Yes, like porridge.
yeah.
Thick
Okay.
It's like
rice
tapioca
porridge.
pudding.
Yeah.
Oh no,
warm.
tapioca pudding
Warm
is
and
better.
nutty.
Much better.
In Chinese culture, the nuts are believed to have health benefits.
Mm.
Some consider them aphrodisiacs.
Ah.
Japanese cooks add ginkgo seeds to certain dishes. So the seeds are used for food. The leaves are used for what you see in the health food stores.
Yeah.
The
I don't
leaves
believe
are
that they're aphrodisiacs because I generally associate those sort of nuts with like monasteries, temples, and I can't see the monks going off and jerking their meat after they have a congee meal full of.
Well, that's because they
you
go
know,
behind the
ginkgo
temple
nut.
and do it. That's what we can't see.
That's
apparently they're used in a vegetarian dish called Buddha's Delight.
oh
You know Buddha's Delight?
Yep. I've had it a few times. It's like vegetable
so-
stir fry tofu.
Vegetables and other vegetarian ingredients cooked in a soy sauce based liquid with other seasonings till tender.
Sometimes it's called Buddha's feast, right? Or is that different?
That's a sex move.
It's when you blow a fat guy.
Yeah,
God.
yeah. That's when you rim. That's when you rim a fat guy. Don't
Rush
don't
through
get
this,
mixed
Matt.
up. You're gonna
Please
disappoint
help
a fat guy.
us. Deliver us from evil.
Oh, now you're upset? Talking about nipples and I don't even remember what now, but this somehow the vegetarian food conversation is what offends you?
It was we can wallow in this. Sure.
No, I'm done. That was the end of Corrections Corner.
Yay. Thanks,
Hey.
man.
Good job.
Yeah, we've come correct, as I like to say.
Well, the episode ended a while ago, so
When you guys when do sleepovers when you were kids, like did you ever notice like how different houses smell, like what different houses smell like? Like you go over to
Definitely.
Yeah.
you go over to a kid's house and you're like, this house smells weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Not what you're
Yep.
used to, you know?
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
It'd be like
It's just-
the grandmother with the mothball smell or something. Something
Yeah.
weird.
and just like the sound and the temperature was different at other people's houses, and the sound was different, and like everything just it felt weird. It felt like getting hard to get used to. Like
Yeah,
I
because you
remember
think
one
of
person's house was like really like humid inside their house, and I was just like, why is it so like wet in your house?
Right.
It's just
Yeah,
like
'cause
their
you
bed was like damp, and I was like, why is the bed damp? And I was just like,
okay,
fuck?
well now maybe there was a problem if the
Yeah.
bed was actually damp.
Yeah.
I mean,
it
humid
just
is
was
one
like everything
thing.
was very, just very
Sweaty.
like the what,
Sticky.
Moist.
yeah, sticky and stuff, and it just was like, you
it's
know,
talking about my house.
no,
Yeah, and you lived in a
John's house
desert.
was covered
You
with
lived
dog
in a
hair.
desert. How do you have a humid house in
Yeah.
the middle of the desert?
John's house was the notable thing was the amount of dog hair was remarkable.
Yes.
There was no dog either.
There was
No, there
evidence.
were two large dogs in my
okay.
house. Dalmatians, which are short hair, but they shed like a motherfucker.
Yeah, they were just
And
like,
you wear something white, you see the black hairs. You wear something black.
No, I had white hair all over. I still find white Dalmatian hair on my clothes.
that's why Sean and I only dressed in white and black and white Sprots the whole
That's
time.
right.
'Cause it was just like perfect.
That's why we always hung out at Philippe's house because
Yeah.
no one wanted to go to my house and no one wanted to go to James's house.
Now, did you find Philippe's house to feel weird, Sean? Did you feel like, oh wow?
I mean, at first, but I spent so much time there. Eventually, it just you
Yeah.
get used to it. But
Right, it's a it was a pretty like they kept it. My parents are like freakishly clean people.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
clean. It didn't
Yeah.
smell funny because it was always clean.
Yeah, it's clean and comfy. Just
Yeah.
like my parents are very
It's a good choice
yeah.
for a hanging place if they're not micromanaging.
If they're not micromanaging us, that's my parents were more
Are they
like
Asian?
micromanagers. Sean's mom was very chill, so there's
Yeah,
definitely
everyone would have preferred to hang out at my house, had
Yeah.
it not been for the dogs, but
Yeah.
that kind of
The dogs were overwhelming. Like
because I had the most laid back parental
Mm.
accommodations.
but the high maintenance dogs, like if you started
didn't
moving
realize
around too
Dalmatians
fast,
were
you would
so-
the dogs would get excited if you like did stuff too, and
Mm.
Yeah, they were annoying.
yeah. They were high
Whose
energy.
dogs were they? Your mom's?
My mom's
Yeah. What were their names?
Doodles and Topper.
Doodle topper.
They were big.
Yeah.
I mean, they were good sized, I would say.
Does she still keep
Topper
out?
was huge. She does. She has like sort of a Dalmatian mutt. Looks
Okay,
like a
so they're just,
Dalmatian,
like,
but it's not pure breed.
animal Dalmatians.
Yeah, she loves the. Go to my house. There's Dalmatians all over the fucking place. My
Oh, she
mom's
has
house.
all the art and stuff.
Oh
She has-
yeah.
There was a lady like
Yeah.
that at UCLA. She like wiener dogs, and she had this like cubicle down in the basement of the registrar's office. And it was all. And she had wiener dog earrings.
Mm.
Nope.
You should have seen her sex toys.
Yep.
Well,
It was an
as
actual wiener dog.
interesting as this
Does
is
your
to
mom-
the listener.
Sean, does your mom do like Dalmatian like on? Does she have like
Home
Dalmatian
decor.
friends like on Facebook and stuff? Like, does she? Is she part
I
of like
don't.
Dalmatian fan clubs and stuff like that?
No, she does like dog fan club type stuff. I've never seen her on Dalmatian specific ones that I've
No.
seen. My mom does her Facebook posts are either about dogs in general or the Dodgers. Those are her two big things.
Oh,
Cool.
Dodgers.
interesting.
What a weird mom thing.
So, you guys, should I learn how to play the ukulele while we're in?
Yes, that'd be amazing.
course.
Matt.
Then we could do live jingles.
Because
Oh,
I got a ukulele for Christmas. Did I ever told this story? Have I told you guys this
Yeah.
story?
Yeah. Your mom gave you.
Yeah. And where I didn't remember asking for it, but she did.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right. We got to see if we can sync up our ukulele playing over the Skype.
Yeah. Are
Wait,
you a good?
you
Are you a
play,
good
Jacob?
ukulele player, Jacob?
No, but I played ukulele for that clip I made.
The Karma Chameleon clip he made was him playing uke.
Yep.
Okay.
He played the
I-
guitar.
I can play exactly one chord, and it's the easiest one. So I'm gonna have to practice some more before we can play together. But if I get motivated during our eternal twilight or
Yeah.
whatever this is that we're living in right now, then maybe I will try and learn a couple more chords.
That sounds fun.
You only need to know like 3, right?
Yeah,
You can play
absolutely.
basically any song with
Mhm.
like
Yep.
3.
It basically took 4 to do Karma Chameleon, so I think
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
Ooh.
So if I can learn
think
4 in like pretty solid 4,
And the uke
I
is all
think that I'd
about
be okay.
frets, right? You don't even really. You just like. You don't
it's
even
all
need to.
strumming. Yeah, it's all chords.
Yeah.
No like picking. So it's supposedly, relatively easy to learn.
Careful though, Matt. John might have you making jingles once you really show your skill with the uke.
I mean, I have a lot of free time, and I'm also really
Wow.
good at saying no when I don't want to do something.
Nice.
those two
Unlike
forces
Jacob.
will have to.
You're
balance each
perfect
other.
for the jingle minds. They like it there.
All right. Well, we've been talking. This episode's been over for about 15 minutes. Should we? Anybody have anything else we want to talk about before we say goodbye? Any
Nope.
recommendations? What have you guys
I
been
enjoyed that
watching?
episode more than
Other
the last
than-
episode. So.
Yes, this episode is certainly better than the last one.
All the jogging and the light clothing.
Yeah.
It's definitely just in terms of pure entertainment value.
Mhm.
It's not. It is not a good episode of television, but it is
Yeah.
certainly a more enjoyable episode of television.
Well
More
described.
interesting to watch.
Sure.
Mhm.
Yeah.
This one I
other than
watched at like 11 o'clock and didn't fall asleep.
other than Forensic Files and Good Fight, do people have recommendations of things they've been watching during our time?
We watched Why Women
Did everybody
Kill.
finish Tiger King now? They because they had to.
Mhm.
I'm
Nope,
not
Nah.
not yet.
I still haven't done that one yet.
Wow, Matt, you're really holding off on that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
every
you
time
should
I
watch
think-
Why Women Kill because you have CBS All Access now. It's on there.
Hmm.
yeah,
Right.
I probably should while I've got it.
The Mark Cherry joint, he did Desperate Housewives.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Lucy Liu and Jennifer Goodwin, and yeah, no one. It's good.
Yeah, I'm sure I would like it. I need to just like. There's so many fucking shows to watch, and also I find myself I started rewatching Cheers from the very beginning.
Started watching Parks and Rec.
Yeah,
because all I want
I've
is
been
to
watching
watch
Golden
something.
Girls.
Yeah, all I
Nice.
want to watch is something that I can just.
There's like a channel like HLN only shows Forensic Files. There's a channel that like only shows Golden Girls.
It's the Hallmark Channel.
Yeah.
'Cause that's
The
the
Hallmark
only that shows Frasier after Golden Girls.
Nice.
And
I
I've been watching a lot of Psych because
Oh,
they
yeah,
had
there's a
a.
marathon of Psych.
I love Psych. So
I
cute.
love Psych too. That was a
That's-
fun show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was fun, and they had the guys like on webcam or whatever.
Yeah, they were coronavirus
They
hosting
were-
it.
Yeah, but it was fun to see them like talking to each other again and like.
That show is a perfect. You don't have to think about it. You can just turn it on and have a good time watching
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
kind of show.
You love the characters. It's always
Yeah.
fun. It's lighthearted and
Their friendship is the best.
and it's never like mind blowing, but it's always super fun to watch.
Yeah, that's like exactly my kind of show.
Yeah.
I like my murder lighthearted.
Yeah, sure. Last
There-
night I was watching. I clicked over to. I guess there's a Hallmark mystery and murder channel. Or something.
Hell yeah, there is.
But all they show is like old Murder She Wrote and
Yeah.
like old.
They do have
Oh.
movies too.
What about Murder She Bakes?
Yeah, there's
That's terrible.
yeah, their original content is
Not good.
yeah.
But I was watching an old Murder She Wrote from like 1989, and
Oh yeah.
it was very satisfying.
Yeah.
Just was.
Yeah.
I like
Just
all
watching
that stuff.
Angela Lansbury
Yeah.
wander
I like
around.
Remington Steele. I like all of it.
Yeah, that's all that. I kind of like when there was that sort of middle ground.
Heart to Heart. Oh man,
That
good
was-
stuff.
Watch Cheers, everybody, is my recommendation.
I've been rewatching Cheers because they took Frasier off of Netflix. So.
Oh shit.
they
That's what I'm
did.
afraid they're gonna do with Forensic Files now.
Don't give 'em any ideas.
So I've been watching Cheers. I've been rewatching Cheers. You know, have you seen? They've had that. It's been on a lot of the Twitter. They've been posting the scene where the guy is like in the bar and he's telling them that he works at a new lab and they're working on like viruses
Uh-huh.
and stuff.
And then they do
And-
that moment where they all clean the bar. all
They're
at
like,
the same
oh,
time."
don't worry about it. I'm sure it's fine. He leaves and then they all clean the bar.
Yeah,
they
that's like
use that-
episode 4 or something.
Yeah,
Like,
but
it's
they
super-
use that opening like 5 times on the show.
Oh,
Really?
really? They
Yeah,
just replay the same
they
one.
they reuse that same one at least 3 times. It might not be 5, but it's at
Sweet.
least used 3 times.
It's weird.
It's great that like. Can you imagine a show now doing that, using the same cold open 3 times to open a show?
No, you
like
couldn't.
like over the course of its entire lifetime, like they just come back to it, or they just
I mean, they use it multiple times in the first season. It's not just
oh
like
shit.
yeah, it's not like
They're not
they
trying
use
to
it every
hide that
ye-
shit.
No, they didn't give a shit. They're like, use the same one. Fuck it. We don't have a cold open. Use it.
That's one of those things where they're like, this episode is 57 seconds short, and
Yeah,
we need
yeah. Add
something.
that.
So just put
It's
that
like
in.
the Simpsons openings are they use the same ones sometimes over and over again.
Yeah.
That makes sense because that takes like 3 months to make.
Yeah. Oh, I've been watching Bob's Burgers too. I like that one a lot.
Bob's Burgers is amazing.
Great show.
Yeah. The more I watch it, the more I like it.
What do you like about it?
Just the whole chemistry between the
Oh, I
the
love
kids
the
are
weird
great.
family.
The weird family
Yeah.
dynamics.
They're
the characters
so
are so well
weird.
made.
I
Yeah.
secretly want to be the mom. Like,
The mom is the best character on the show.
I want to be her.
Linda is absolutely the best part.
They're all great though.
They're all great. Like even like I'm never like
I like
She's
the
the best
horny,
one.
like the daughter that's always into teenage boys. Like I love her.
Yeah, she's good too. Stan's favorite is is Eugene or Gene, the kid, the weird son. That's Stan's
Yeah.
favorite character.
yeah.
It sounds like
All
a
the kids are
modern
great.
day Simpsons
the
or
kids
something.
are great. Even Bob's great. Like I'm never like sad if it's like whoever's episode it is. I'm like, yeah, it's always gonna be good.
Mm-hmm.
It's The Simpsons, but not as like surreal or cartoony. Like it's
Mhm.
those.
A little more
Yeah.
down to earth.
They live in a recognizable version of the real world on Bob.
So it's
Yeah.
like
Like-
the first 2-3 seasons of The Simpsons when it was like
Yeah,
when they tried
it was
to
more
make
about
it
the real
like
family.
the family. And,
Yeah. It's a
There-
more realistic, slightly more realistic Simpsons.
Yeah.
Like there's a bad guy who's rich, but he's not like, crazy
Burns.
like
cartoonish.
Mr. Burns.
Mhm.
But
He's more sort of Howard Hughesy eccentric than he is.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
evil. you know?
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's
Bob's Burgers is a great recommendation.
Mhm.
Do they
All
still
of
have
these
new
things
episodies?
Are just comfort food
Yeah.
things that
Oh,
are making
cool.
us feel good to watch.
Mhm.
It's good. No, it's
Yeah.
Wrap it up.
We watched a 2-hour Dateline about a guy.
Of course you did.
Wrap it up.
yeah. We're supposed to wrap this up, but there was a 2-hour. Let me go into detail on this one.
I just need it.
It'll only be 90 minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah. Without
No,
commercials,
quick-
it's going to be way less. Than that.
You just need a
80
quick 15 minutes to summarize. the-
Not how we recap. It's gonna be 6 hours later.
That's true. All right.
Uh,
Well, thank you all. It was nice talking to you all, everybody.
Yep.
It was nice to
Yep.
hear your voices. I miss you. I miss everybody.
Yeah, I know. We
Yeah.
gotta end it someday, right?
Someday.
Someday.
Beans.
Yeah, I can't wait to eat tacos with everybody again.
Bugles.
Taco.
Until next time, thank you all for listening, and you can follow us, please, on iTunes or whatever. Why am I seeing video all of a sudden?
He's clicking buttons.
I clicked the
over
button.
here.
I clicked the button.
Oh.
I'm like, why am I seeing Philippe and Aaron in bed
In
together?
bed. Oh wow.
Oh, shit.
Geez.
Scandal.
More video.
And
Please go to iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts to rate, review, and subscribe. You're under quarantine right now. You have a lot of free time on your hands. It takes less than 2 minutes to click and rate and review and subscribe, and it costs you nothing, but it helps us a lot. So please do that. You can follow the show on Instagram at Warped the Podcast, on Twitter at Warped Trek. You can follow me at Host Warped. You can follow Min and learn about our Dungeons and Dragons and Call of Cthulhu podcasts and live streams at Wet Maynard. You can go to Patreon to give us money and have access to additional episodes and bonus content. Until next week, my name is Matt.
I'm Sean.
I'm Jake.
Philippe.
Aaron.
I'm Min Win.
And I'm May.